I'm Dr. Edward Cohen, CEO of Genesis Healthcare Partners, urologist, and I'm going to talk to you today about at least my interpretation, my opinion on the future of independent private practice. So what is independent private practice? Physicians with a self-proclaimed autonomy and control, that's what we want to think as being independent. The ability to dictate contracts that they will take, hire and fire their own employees, set schedules for themselves. And at the end of the day, it's all about some form of autonomy to be able to practice the way that they want to continue to practice. Who is an independent doctor? We got different types. You got the solo guy. Well, he's kind of autonomy unto himself. He's got no responsibility to anybody else, makes his own decisions, does what he wants, happy with his life. You have the small group, the 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5-man group. They're responsible for a few of their colleagues. They generally work well together, and they keep themselves relatively tight and service the community. And then, of course, you have large groups, much like Genesis. We're 28 doctors in total. And there you have a little more responsibility to your colleagues in partnership, and it takes a little more give and take because there's different opinions and such. But the goal there is still to maintain your autonomy. What are the pressures on physicians in an independent private practice? Well, of course, we've got governmental pressures with MACRA and MIPS and trying to meet those standards in order to, one might think, to gain money. It's just hopefully not to lose any money. Expenses that keep going up. I don't care whether it's your salaries and cost of living indexes, your leases, continued expense in buying gloves and supplies. That continues to go up each and every year. But in reality, our reimbursement tends to stay stable to decrease, and this has been an ongoing issue. So we keep trying to find ways in which to augment the revenue stream. Obviously, we're an aging population among urologists. This is something that keeps getting pointed out to us, and we keep beginning to realize, at least I am, as I get older. Hiring is a problem. It's getting more and more difficult to find young physicians to come in and join our independent private practice, and it's a struggle that many of my colleagues and myself find ourselves in at times. We've got a lot of competition from our foundation-based systems, whether it be our hospital, Kaiser, whatever it is. They're out there, and that's some of the competition, especially competition when hiring, because the lifestyle to which they're promoting compared to the independent lifestyle. And the question for a lot of docs in independent private practice is, where is the end? When is this going to, how am I going to exit this? What's my strategy? And that creates some pressures on independent private practice. We have a new generation of doctors coming in. They want some work-life balance, probably a little more than we wanted in the beginning of our job cycle. They want to control their hours. They want to limit some of their management responsibilities. They're looking to practice urology, but in a different way. We have to take that into consideration. So what's going to happen to the independent physician in the future? I think the solo guy is on his way out, going to ride the wave and not worry about MIPS or anything else, take a little cut from Medicare, practice to the end and be happy, and exit with nothing left in his practice. Be difficult to sell it. He'll probably just have to walk away. Small group. My concern there is they're on, could be on a self-destruct mode. They have no leverage really in their community because they're too small unless they're in a very tight community. If a physician retires, where's his equity in the practice? Probably not much. So that creates a problem. It's difficult to hire new physicians. Economically, you've got to come up with a sizable chunk of money to support a new physician's salary for the couple of years it takes to get them up to speed. And so with those pressures, you do wonder whether or not those small practices can continue to survive going into the future. Large group, I think this might be the best opportunity into the future. You can access an ancillary revenue stream which handles the stable or decreasing revenue stream that most of us are facing. You can often share the cost of hiring a new MD, so it makes it easier to go out into the market and find a physician to join. There are various opportunities from within the group for all different types of practice types. Someone wants to work harder, someone wants to do more robotics. It's a little bit easier to segment within a large group. There is some potential for leverage with payers, whether it be the insurance carriers or local IPAs, if you have some size and some mass. And there's the key thing now looking into the future is the opportunity with private equity to leverage your position and gain some ability to grow your practice and again, continue to maintain your relevance in your community. So I do think that there is a opportunity. I do think that independent private practice will continue, but I think it's going to evolve and change from the solo and small into more of a large group opportunity going into the future. So at the end, I believe the independent private practice physician is needed to provide a counterbalance to the foundation-based employed physicians that are out there. These are doctors who strive, that is the independent doctors who strive to maintain some autonomy to help direct their practice and indirectly are able to provide value to the healthcare system by practicing in a more cost-efficient manner. In the era of value-based care, this is crucial. However, the increased pressures on physician practices dictate that they group up in order to survive. This might very well involve outside investment to maintain this. That's my opinion. Thanks. It's been nice talking with you.